What's up, you guys? Welcome and bienvenidos to Chancleta MMA. Well, this is a pretty special thing. 6 weeks and the drought is finally over. We finally are gonna have UFC back, but not on ESPN. This time on Paramount Plus. And to start this card off, we have Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. And honestly, this fight is a certified banger. Both are phenomenal strikers and are always down to scrap. Now, for this, my pick for this fight is going to be Gene Silva. And honestly, the guy's just clean, crisp, and just a violent fighter overall. And he just has an insane arsenal of weapons. His combinations are sharp, timing is nasty, and when he lets his hands go, let's just say a lot of bad things happen. And a lot of people are going to bring up his last fight against Diego Lopez. Yeah, he got smoked in the first round, just getting brutally cut up open with disgusting ground and pound. But hey, keep in mind, as soon as the second round started, towards the tail end, he was absolutely piecing up Diego Lopez. He even had him rocked. But what happened? He got a little too excited, a little too antsy, and when he went to the finish, what happened? He ran straight into an elbow and got dropped, and that's what finished him. But let's be real, Diego Lopez, if he didn't have an iron chin blessed by the MMA gods, also just being an overall blockhead like Bedtime MMA says, this fight's going to end very differently. Diego Lopez is going to get knocked out unconscious and he'll be on the canvas. John Silva was landing bombs. And most of the roster is getting slept by taking those kind of shots by Gene Silva. But, hey, Diego Lopez just happens to be built different and he's a true elite fighter. And let's not ignore one of the red flags that Arnold Allen has. He does get dropped. We've seen it against Max Holloway. We've seen it against Movsar Evloev. And if those guys can put him on skates, I have no doubt that Gene Silva is going to straight up piece him up and put him out. This isn't a volume striker versus volume striker situation. This is a precision versus hesitation fight. Gene Silva is faster, he's sharper, and he's way more dangerous in the pocket with so many weapons. If Arnold Allen starts off slow, he's usually gonna, as he usually does, Silva's going to be waiting, setting up traps, and letting those hands fly, and using all those creative tools he has in his arsenal. They're both phenomenal strikers, I can say that. But if it stays on the feet, I think Gene Silva can absolutely outclass him, and he's going to break him down and eventually put him away, I say, in the third round. Now, on to the next fight. Let's just say the first bathroom break or nap break on Paramount Plus, which is Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. I'm not going to give much of a breakdown. I'll watch the fight, but I'm not going to break it down too much. It's a women's fight. You'll never know. There could be a heavy favorite, and the heavy favorite just manages to lose. But with all that, my pick is going to be Natalia Silva. She's younger. She's got momentum. She's on a win streak. And I think that Rose is just past her prime. And I think it's pretty easy to go with Natalia Silva via decision. But you never know. Just like Usman, Rose can always have a comeback and have a auntie still got it moment. Now, the next fight on my card is my favorite one, and the one I'm looking towards the most. We have Waldo, I know Black Eye Dominic and Papi, Cortez Acosta versus Derek, my balls is hot, the Black Beast Lewis. Now, I'm not going to lie, this fight can get kind of scary because you never know in a Derek Lewis fight. The guy you never really want to bet on. All he has to do is just land one of those nuclear overhands, and he's going to put anybody in the heavyweight division to sleep, which makes me a little nervous, but hey, my pick is Waldo's Cortez Acosta, and you never know. Derek Lewis might just somehow fluke an overhand and just stiffen Cortez Acosta. But I'm thinking Waldo is coming off a super active year. I think 5 fights last year. And the only loss is being to a top, 5 heavyweight to Pavlovich. And now he's coming off of 2 back-to-back knockout wins with Ante Delija and Shamil the Blob Gaziev. And I know a lot of people think that either Cortez is funny or he's kind of corny with that eye patch gig and, him trying to tease Tom Aspinall for quitting due to an eye poke. But with that being said, my final pick is I'm going with Waldo Cortez Acosta, Mr. I know Black, I'm Dominic and Papi. I think he's going to win in the first or second round. I think Derek Lewis is just going to overswing, throw some crazy shots, and Waldo's Cortez Acosta is, getting pushed back to the fence. I think he's going to light him up with a smooth combination, and Derek Lewis is going to go down, and I think he's going to finish him via ground and pound. And honestly, if he wins, hey, let him call for his title shot and give it to him. There's not much else in the heavyweight division. Now, next on the card, we have Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. This is an extremely awesome matchmaking as well by the UFC. I mean, there's so many things that can go with this fight. Either Sean O'Malley just straight up outboxes and outstrikes Yadong, just lights him up on the feet, or, Song can just catch him and knock him down and knock him out. But my pick for the fight, I'm going with Sugar Sean O'Malley. I think he's just a way superior striker. And every time Song just takes up that step up in competition, he just can't break through and he always loses. And I think that Sean O'Malley truly is that next level top fighter in the rankings. So my overall pick is I think Sean O'Malley's just going to outclass him. I don't think he's going to stiffen you down, but I truly think that he's just going to outclass him. And it's going to be a 30-27 unanimous decision. And lastly, an interim fight between these two bozos. We have Big Rufus, a.k.a. Homer Simpson, a.k.a. Justin Gaethje, going up against Paddy the Baddy Lad Pimblett. And this is going to see who's going to win the getting slept by Ilya Topuria sweepstakes for when they challenge for the title shot next. Now, the community knows Arman deserves the next title shot, but, Dana wants Paddy to get up next. And, well, let's just say Justin Gaethje, he doesn't really deserve it because he's only coming off a one-fight win streak over a short notice Fiziev. And Paddy, he's coming over a win over a washed-up Michael Chandler. Now, Paddy is a pretty big favorite over Justin Gaethje. And, that's what everybody's going to say. Justin doesn't have any grappling. He's going to get submitted by Paddy. However, the competition isn't nowhere near the same level as what each other has fought. Justin's fought Charles Oliveira twice. He's fought Max Holloway and Fiziev twice. And, if you compare that to Paddy's, he beat the dead corpse of Tony Ferguson, who was on like a 40-fight loss streak, Bobby Queen Green, and lastly, whatever the dead corpse of Michael Chandler is, who's like, 3-5 in the UFC? And, if Michael Chandler wasn't obsessing over that Conor McGregor fight that he's never going to get, maybe, just maybe, he might have won. Now, I can hear the majority of people saying that Paddy's going to just submit Justin Gaethje. But the thing is we've seen Paddy's takedown accuracy. It's really not all there. His submission game is elite, but his takedown offense really isn't all there. He does get those really good trips, but when he gets you down, that submission, he'll lock it up quick and he'll submit you. Now, something that's still kind of iffy is, Paddy's cardio is a little bit suspect. Justin does have pretty good cardio. He's gone 5 rounds plenty of times. And I can see why people would pick Justin Gaethje because, Paddy does have god-awful striking defense. Leaves his chin way up in the air, and he's just looking to get caught and knocked out. I know Scousers don't get knocked out, but hey, this might be the time he does. However, I think that, Paddy's got just a plot armor, and I think that's just going to help him leap forward towards that win. And I know it sounds like the way I'm talking is I'm going for Justin Gaethje, but my final pick for this fight and the new interim champion to get slept by the Ilya Topuria sweepstakes is going to be Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. I think he's going to get Justin out of there in the second round. I think they're going to clinch up. Paddy's going to trip him in the inside, and he's going to submit him. Now, I hope you like my fight analysis and breakdowns for who I think is going to win these fights. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and I will get back with you in the next. Chancleta MMA out.